The Hustle and Giggle Podcast.
Welcome to episode 5 of the Hustle and Giggle Podcast, the podcast where 3 mates, business owners and mums get together to talk life, work and all the messy bits in between. We're here for honest conversations, real stories and everything in between. And this month we've got company. But you'll have to wait and see who's lucky enough to be joining us. Now let's get into it. What have we all been up to? Leslie, what have you been up to?
Well, I'm back in the studio. How exciting to be home. Had a lovely time in Morocco. Lovely weather, lovely hotel. Managed to rest a little bit. But this week's been quite busy, actually. So, as you know, we've dropped our rates to 9.9. APR, obviously, subject to everything else that comes along with it. But I was caught up with a guy that's after a DB12 Aston Martin and found out that we're beating the dealers. So that's good news on the old motor front.
Good.
I'm hoping... Maybe he'll take me for a little spin in it if the deal finally gets finalised.
Is that the condition of signing it off?
Yes.
I'll only sign off that much.
If I get a picture.
Perfect.
So if I get a picture, it's going on social media.
Love the negotiation.
Absolutely. And then... Big news in the Purrs family household. My Nicole got engaged while we were in Morocco. So, yay!
Congratulations.
Celebrations time. Kev's got to save some money. And I think we've got a little time yet. But, yeah, from Morgan's point of view, about time. 5 years they've been together. So, yeah, we're very pleased to announce that.
Oh, that's
so
lovely
happy.
news.
Yeah.
That's happy news.
Awesome.
Yes.
What about you, Karma?
What have I been up to? So I ran my first park run in about 3 years. That was great. It was really hot. If anyone has ever done a park run or wants to, it's a really great initiative run by volunteers, and you run 5K and it's timed. And yeah, it was just another reminder of how human beings are just great at kind of giving back to the community. So I did that. Holly finished year 3 of her degree, so she's done, which is great. Very proud of her. She worked really hard. Jacob's finished year 2. I'm really proud of my kids. He's been home for a few days. He managed to set fire to my fruit bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, he was doing some cooking, and so, I didn't realise he disliked fruit that much, but he actually set fire to the fruit bowl. Oh. And the last thing is I've had the steroid injection in my toe. Don't know whether it's worked yet or not, but I'm still walking on it, so it was really painful. Great fun. That's my lot, really. It's all about my kids, really.
That's a busy 2 weeks.
Yeah, the fruit bowl. Is he getting you a new one?
Of course he's not.
I suggest he does.
No.
We'll have a word.
Honestly, it was a beautiful one off TikTok. It's my first TikTok purchase, and he just sent a picture. I think he ruined the pan as well, the edge of the side, and the fruit bowl. So,
When's he going back?
Well done, Jacob. Tonight. That's it, out. I've run out of food, so he's got to go back to uni. Can't cope.
And what have you been up to, Amanda, since I've been away?
Well, what have I been up to? I have got some good family news, but I'm not going to announce it on this one. I might announce it on the next one. It's very early days. No babies, no engagements. It's very early days.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that at the next one.
Okay.
But I've had a really bad back. I've never had a bad back in my life. So I've kind of been a bit quiet in the last couple of weeks, trying to get it better. And it has got better. Not been up to that much. Although Amanda Heritage Digital Solutions, DigiDuck, came first in the first heat of the Aylesbury Duck race yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't go. I didn't even hear my name mentioned at all in the final, so I never came anywhere in the final. But that's not the point. I came first in the first heat, so I'm very proud, very proud.
Take that win.
And of course, one thing I mentioned on the last podcast was I've had my Invisalign fitted since we last met. So I'm trying to get used to removing it, eating, cleaning my teeth, putting it back in about 4 times a day, which is fine, my choice, but it's fine, it's all good. So that's exciting. So all good 2 weeks, bit quieter than usual, but all good stuff.
And your Invisalign, people might not know what that is. So do you want to tell them why you got it?
Yes, so I mentioned it on the last podcast. So I have a tooth at the front of my mouth that's crooked for many years, 50 plus years, and I've decided that I want it to be straight. So I have to therefore wear an Invisalign for 6 months to straighten it. So I have to go back to the dentist every 2 weeks at the moment, but then every 4 weeks to swap it over. And
So we'll have before and after pictures.
I'm not sure that I've taken it before, but he certainly had the dentist, so I could ask him, couldn't I?
Absolutely.
And you can't see it.
No,
obviously when you
not
take it
at all.
out
I know.
to
It's
eat, I
amazing,
can see
isn't
it, but I
it?
can't see it. Like,
I know.
generally just can't see it at all.
I know, it's really clear, isn't it?
We see
I'm looking at her teeth now.
I know.
We see her little pouch, don't we?
Yeah.
She has to
with the toothpaste, the balm, the mirror. But, yeah, no, it's good. I'm pleasantly surprised how you just nobody would know unless I told them.
Not
to
at
be
all,
honest.
no.
So it's
Well,
good.
you just told the world, so...
Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
Well,
never
of
thought.
course,
Because the world listen to our podcast.
Of course they do.
Absolutely. So good. Anything new or recommended this? I'm going straight to Karma. Do we think that she has an app to recommend?
Absolutely, you've got to, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Over to the app. Over
She's
to the
not
app
let us
queen.
down.
Right, I have unlocked a whole new level of nerd on this app. So
can't wait.
Picture my garden. It's like a film out, a scene out of Snow White. It's got squirrels, it's got birds, it's got can't think of anything else. It's got deer. It's lovely. I've got lots and lots of wildlife in the garden. But there's this one particular bird that's appeared this year, and I swear it's singing "Do it, do it, do it." Like really loudly, and I keep going out and going, do what, do what, do what, and it's been driving me mad because I don't know what it is and I don't know what it wants me to do. So I've spent ages trawling up and down Google trying to find out what this bird is that says do it, do it, do it, and I found an app and it's called Merlin Bird ID app. You're nodding. Do you know it?
Oh my God!
Are you a bird nerd too?
I do not have that app, but we have a neighbour who is a big birdie, and he mentioned it to me once.
Oh my God!
But carry on because I don't know
brilliant.
the detail.
So basically, you download the app, and you go and sit in your garden or wherever you want to go, and you just press record, and then it will tell you all the birds that are in the area or that are on your bit of recording. So this bird is called a song thrush. And this is the one that is going, do it, do it, do it. Still don't know what it wants me to do, but at least I know what that blooming thing is. So,
can you just tell me what it's called? A thong?
A thong thrush.
Oh my God.
God, a thong thrush, that's something completely different, Leslie.
No, Leslie, you'll find that in your underwear.
Well, hopefully not the throat bit.
I'm not. God, Jesus. It's a song thrush.
Oh, song.
Song. As in,
I'm
la,
really
la, la.
sorry. I actually thought you did say throng.
Throng.
Thong.
It's even
Okay,
worse
let's
if it's
get
saying
over
do
this.
it. I don't know what would a thong want me to do. Anyway, moving on. That's mine. What's yours, Leslie?
Oh, God,
Who would
that
have thought a bird app would have caused?
Oh my days.
Well, well done with that. I'm not
Thanks
into
for that.
birds, so I won't be downloading that one, I'm
Oh,
afraid.
thongs.
If it was a thong, I might have.
Can I just ask one question? If a human is standing nearby and the human sings, what happens?
Oh my God, I'll tell you in about 3 hours. I'll go home and do that.
If you would.
Yeah.
If you could, that'd be great, because I'm just interested.
I'm going to get
know.
Jacob to stand at the bottom of the garden and just sing "Do It" at me. Just and then see if it picks
it up.
Picks it up. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, come on, Leslie.
Okay, so I've been on some, I've had a busy week with studying actually, and I've picked up, with the help of Nicole, something called Quizlet. Have you ever heard of it? So basically...
Quizlet?
Yes, quiz and then let. What we've done, it is a bit of a faff to set it up, but basically we put pages of my exam book into it, and then it randomly gives me questions.
Oh, wow.
So I can just sit there if I'm just, I don't know, standing around doing nothing, and I could jump on it, and it sort of gives you flashcards that you could
very clever.
join so that, you know, I know what an asset is to the explanation of an asset, you know, because I'm doing accountancy, nothing else to do with assets. So it's things like that. And then it asks you random questions, and then you've got to say if it's A, B or C. So after a while, you get used to it and think, oh, yeah, I know what that is. And then if you don't do them all right, they'll repeat and everything else. But anyway...
And it's not an app then?
No, it's more... What do you call them when you have to subscribe? I have to subscribe.
Subscription.
So you...
It's a
Is
website.
it the
I
same?
don't know.
You're the IT.
I don't know what you mean.
I look really stupid now. I'm
Is it
like an
is it
accountant
like
and
a
I'm really
website
stupid.
that you have to subscribe to or something?
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah, it's not an app. Well, it's on an app now because I've subscribed to it. Okay, let's just cut
my
this
God.
bit totally. We'll carry on. Sorry. Okay, we'll cut.
No, carry
Let's
on.
move on. Let's
Carry on. Carry on.
Anyway, I'm using Quizlet. Hopefully it helped me
brilliant.
pass my exam.
Oh, God. I feel really dull, but here we go. I haven't done it yet, and this is Simon probably going, oh God, she's done it again. But actually, all three of us are starting Reformer Pilates this week. So I'm really excited, and I'm particularly excited because the lady who gave me a back massage on Monday said, it's amazing, it's great for your back, and it's really good for you. So we'll see. It's hard, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Are you looking forward to it, isn't he?
Yes, am I? Yes, of course I am. I mean, it looks like some sort of torture chamber, the pictures you showed me, but yeah, it's a bit like 50 Shades of Grey if we wore our underwear, but hopefully it's not going to be that bad.
Bring out your thongs, Rush, and you'll be all right.
It can only get better from here, listeners. The other thing is, I'd completely forgotten about this, and I think you'll be really interested in this, Karma, until I went to the Chiltern Hill Rally on Sunday, and we used to go and watch hovercraft racing many years ago, and it's fantastic, like F1 hovercraft racing. So you would see these hovercrafts fly over the water. I mean, I have to say, we've seen air ambulances arrive, and some of the times it's not great. But I'd forgotten that it existed because they kind of moved the venue, and they're now doing it at Whittlebury, in Whittlebury Hall.
Yeah.
So have a look at hovercraft racing, because I reckon it's one of those things that's completely underviewed. I think people probably don't know enough about it, and I think it's brilliant. We used to take a picnic and sit on the bank for the whole afternoon and just watch these hovercrafts. It's fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
To do it. It's in June. There's one in June and there's one in September.
Brilliant.
But it sounds perfect place because Whittlebury Hall, we could go for a spa weekend, have a look.
Oh, this is getting better, yeah.
Yeah. We're
Watch
up
the
there.
hovercraft, have a spa. Yeah.
Bit of champagne, that sounds lovely.
Brilliant. So we've got someone special joining us today. You're absolutely going to love her. She's a mum, a wife. She's a proud advocate of local charities, and she's a business owner. With years of experience in PR, she knows exactly how to get people talking. But in the last 2 years, she's followed her heart and her pause to something a little different. She's now a proud franchisee for the Cat Butler. Yes, that definitely is a real thing. She's turned her love into all things feline into a thriving business. She's smart, funny, full of wisdom. I'm bigging you up here, Sam.
Here you are.
So let's give a big hustle and giggle welcome to Sam Heggie.
Thank you.
Welcome, Sam. And for those people that obviously can't see what's going on in the studio, Sam is wearing cat ears because she's definitely on brand today.
I feel naked without them.
Sam, give our listeners a quick intro to yourself and who you are and your lovely business and everything about you.
I will. Hello, listeners. Hello, lovely listeners. I should probably say meow from Sam Heggie, the Cat Butler. Yes, I'm a franchisee for the Cat Butler, operating in Tame and Aylesbury. And we provide daily visits for cats in the comfort of their own home while their owners are away. It's a lovely job, and I will be 2 years a franchisee this July, actually. So it's been going really well, and I just enjoy every minute of it. Have you got cats?
Yes. Well, I think we'll be using your service because it's nice to meet you, Sam. Obviously, we've not met before. So my oldest two children have 2 cats called Milo and Luna.
Love it.
And, I'm sure they'll be using your service at some point. So
Fabulous.
they work, in different places and what have you. So they bought one of these very expensive machines to feed them, but they don't last very long. So I'm sure now I've met you, I can introduce you. So
that'd be wonderful.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, Luna's one of the most popular girls' cats' names, actually.
Is it
Yes,
really?
it is. Yeah.
What about the boys' names?
Oscar's quite popular this year. like the kids' names.
Isn't it?
I've got some funny cats' names. I've got kind of Yummy and Scrummy, Big Cat, Little Cat, Plantagenet and Tudor. Yes. Oh, you can imagine. You can imagine the sort of house that they come from. Yeah, it's some really funny names, but yeah, Luna's popular.
At least they don't have to go to school though, and have to take that name to school with them, eh? But then saying that, can you imagine shouting them across the road?
Well, I
if
had
they're coming in?
We bought 2 kittens, and in a nod to IT, we called one of them Twain, which stands for thing without an interesting name. So of course I thought it'd be hilarious to call the other one Shania. Until you actually have to go outside. This is about 22 years ago. Go outside and call them, and then you're like, Twain. So yeah, I love the wackiest the better for me. But that Tudor Plantagenet, my God, why didn't I even think about? That's
Yes,
genius.
they're fabulous,
Right,
aren't
I'm going
they?
to get some cats now.
I was just about to say, by the end of the week.
Or you can call them birds that you've been
that
seeing.
do-it bird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe you
do-it
could call
Tudor.
him that.
Yeah.
And he'll sing back to you. Sorry.
Well, yeah, you do visit some lovely houses and lovely cats.
Aww.
So we've got people that love their cats live in a flat. We've got people that love their cats and live in a mansion. So it's completely, if you are a cat lover, they almost are like your children, to be honest. So we'll go in and, some of these houses, all the playrooms for the cats are bigger than my entire house, and the outside space is now called catio. Catio. So you forego your patio when you're home and parent, and you get a catio. So it's fantastic. It's just brilliant. So
Do you have cats?
Yes, we actually had our old man died in February, so we've recently adopted Stevie Cat, who's just the funniest cat on the planet. So we adopted him from the Oxfordshire Animal Rescue Centre, and the neighbour, because it's been really warm, put out their, what do you call it, like parasol, but it's one of those tarpaulin ones that you extend so it can almost cover the back of your
I know
house.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So Stevie's looking at this because it's bright orange and he's thinking, well, I've not seen this before. This looks great. And decided to jump on it and was literally bouncing on it like it's a trampoline. And they've got a dog. The dog's barking at him, thinking, what is this cat doing? The neighbours are videoing it because it's the most hilarious thing they've seen for a while. And that's our cat. He is like a pudding. He is, I think, part seal. He sleeps on his back with his belly out, his legs in the air.
Bless him.
He's lovely. He's absolutely lovely. And just a few funny stories from the Cat Butler visits. Obviously, I won't say their real names to prevent myself from being sued. But we had a client visit recently where we went to the front door. We couldn't get in. The key just wouldn't work. And I'm thinking, is there something wrong with me? And I'm, having a blonde or senior moment and I can't function the door anymore. So I ended up calling another cat butler to help. Same problem, couldn't get in. And what had happened was the clients had gone away and they changed the door and the locks before they went without giving anyone else a key, anybody, anyone, any emergency contact or us. So, and this was kind of the height of summer. So we're having to feed this cat turkey slices through the letterbox just so he got some food because they couldn't get back within 48 hours. So because they were abroad. So we're putting these turkey slices through, putting ice cubes through for water. So
amazing.
goodness knows what they found with their mail. Bits of turkey breast and things all over the floor. Melted water. But
the cat was fine.
Yeah. Hence why we're really hot now on, please make sure we've got the right keys. And if you're going to change your door and your locks, can you let us know, please? That would be great. Other stories are where you've got more timid, anxious cats and you're literally in a house and it's an indoor cat, so they're not allowed outside. And you go in and you cannot find this cat anywhere. And I've been to a flat, and we're talking a one-bedroom flat, and I could not find this cat. And I'm thinking, this cat's got out, and I'm going to be to blame. I'm like the cat butler. I can't let these things happen. I went everywhere. So in drawers, cupboards, couldn't find this cat. Looked up, because they say look up, look down, look underneath. Couldn't find him. He'd managed to get himself in the laundry basket and was literally underneath the washing.
No way.
So I literally had to...
How did you look in the laundry basket?
Yeah.
It was
What
literally
made you?
the last thing left, apart from the freezer and the fridge. And I thought, well, I know cats are smart, but they're not going to be able to open a door. He was literally under there. So, I mean, cats are smart creatures. And as we know, this is why we're called the cat butler, you are their staff at the end of the day. Very different to a dog relationship. I think dogs love their owners. There's always this joke that if you sent a cat a text message, you'd never get one back, for example, because they just see you as their butler, really. You're a bit like staff. And actually, if you're feeding them and everything else, they're pretty fine with anyone, to be honest. So, but I absolutely love it. It's just a nice job. Yeah, really, really nice job.
I saw a post on one of our local villages Facebook pages the other day, and somebody was raising awareness because somebody was walking their cat on a lead in the local park, and they wanted to make dog owners aware of it. And I couldn't quite get my head around it. I'm assuming that's because the cat wouldn't be able to run away because it was on a lead.
Yes,
is that a common thing?
It's all the rage.
Oh,
so if you're particularly concerned about your cats going outside, but you want to give them some fresh air and you haven't got a catio, then you get a harness, and a lot of people are taking cats out on a harness for a little roam around. Equally, they're also now going out, especially in tame, in backpacks.
What, so the head's just like hanging out the top?
I saw this long-haired cat the other day in a backpack, and he's like, his hair's all blowing in the wind. It's like, I'm having a great time out with his owner. So there's honestly, the pet business is absolutely thriving right now. For cats particularly, there's 11 million cat owners in the UK, for example. So you can see, and if you've not had children, or if your children have now left, they become your absolute world. And you can see why it's particularly products and services wise, it can be quite a lucrative business as well. So
yes, and I must say that Luna and Milo go out on the lead as well.
Do they?
In Great Horwood. Yes, they do. Yes, and I didn't think that was a thing either. It's because they're house cats as well. So we don't want them going. And that's a main road where they are, so it's very dangerous. So yes, I haven't seen Laura and Anthony walking the cats yet, but I will take a picture for you when I do see them.
I think out of all the clients we have probably there's 70% now that are indoor cats, and there's a load of reasons for that. But I think it's primarily the worry about roads and being knocked over, worry about being pinched, especially if they're breeds. So if you've got Mancoons or, Persians or a breed of cat, you worry about them being pinched. So owners decided to keep them indoors for those reasons, and hence why sometimes now they're changing their patios to be catios, just so they get a little bit of air and fresh air, but it's still enclosed, so they're still safe.
Wow.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is really interesting. I was thinking, they announced the Oxford Dictionary Word of the Year. Do you think
was
might
it
be
possum?
No,
fabulous.
I was thinking catio.
Oh yes, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great?
New word. So
I'll be writing two whoever's putting it together.
We can make some words up, couldn't we, Karma?
Yes,
I don't think we should be left with words.
Brilliant. I love that. So, are we? Who wants to ask Sam some quick fire questions then?
Oh yeah.
Let's go. We'll do one each.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's find a bit more about Sam.
Okay, go for it. So, describe yourself in 3 words. No overthinking. Go.
Wise, positive, fun.
Brilliant.
Is that positive?
Yes. Amanda, you're hired.
Missed it.
You're hired.
Brilliant. Okay, most used emoji in your texts.
I think I'm going to guess that one.
The cat love heart eyes emoji. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Or the paws.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Early bird or night owl?
Early. 100%. Yeah, early.
Yeah,
I love it. I love get up quite early anyway, but with client visits now, obviously cats can eat quite early. So, yeah, you're up early anyway. So enjoy it. And it's actually really nice being up when not many people are around, especially because there's a lot of driving involved in my job now between locations, and you get to see the stunning Buckinghamshire scenery and just wildlife and no traffic and traffic controls. Or if there are,
you just ignore them.
Avoid. Swerve. It's really nice actually part of the day. So I'm certainly work-wise, I'm an early bird, yeah.
Yeah, we had that. We were talking more about work in terms of how we focus our kind of priorities and things. And I was the early bird. You guys were the late, weren't you?
I was the both.
Oh, no, you were both.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
I will work till midnight. I'm quite happy, but I don't want to get up in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. Total opposite.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Sounds a bit like my teenage son, that one.
So we'll move on to our kind of subject of this podcast, and Sam, hopefully you can be part of that conversation as well. So 14% of all payments in the UK were made using cash in 2024. So it's interesting, isn't it? What are your thoughts on cash, cards? What do you use? What are your spending habits? I'm just going to start off this conversation a little bit. I was thinking about this the other day, and what prompted it was I went to get my hair done, and girly conversation, and they have now like a QR code on the table in front of you. No, not a table. What's the word I'm looking for? Where you sit and have your hair done. Yeah. And you can scan that for a tip, because of course you can't give people tips on a lot of card machines now, can you? No. It just takes the payment. So I kind of wonder whether tips, so in hospitality and in places like, hairdressers, I wonder whether they have had an impact on the tips that they would receive. But what about you guys? How do you spend?
Well, I always have cash, so it doesn't mean that everyone can come and rob me now, but could you imagine it? But no, I like to spend money. I don't like the cards, but people automatically, I was out this morning, and they automatically just do it. And I'm like, oh, can I pay with cash? And I feel like I'm just a one-off because I want to pay.
And do you get places now that say no, they won't take cash?
Yeah, there's quite a few people that have said, sorry, we don't take cash. Yeah. So, no, I find it, I'm still a money girl. And I used to remember the days where we used to get checks in and go to the bank.
Check gold, wow. My dad still sends checks for birthdays. We're like, thanks, Dad.
But you can at least scan checks now on your app, can't
yes,
you?
So good. Yes, that's good.
If you were
a
to
certain
get,
amount and
you
things
don't
like
have to
that.
physically
But
go to the
I
bank.
used to remember the days though, because look at the banks themselves. There's nobody to speak to anymore. You've got to go up to a machine. There's one person in the corner. I mean, what's she there for? Just to help someone that can't work the machine properly. So I find it
Sorry about that, Barclays.
It was Barclays as well. I was there this morning. But I just find there's no communication anymore. So, I just think, I want to bring back cash. I mean, I don't like the pennies, and I certainly don't like the 5p's because I can never find them in my purse. So they do go in a pot at home. I don't even know what we end up doing with them. Probably bin them in the end. But, if I actually added them up, there'd be quite a lot. So maybe take away the little ones.
I know.
And just stick with what are you picturing now?
So there's two people now that are going to be after Leslie. One of them will be like robbing the money that she carries around with her, and the other one will be going into her bins outside her house, collecting all the loose copper because she doesn't like.
Trust me, I have about £50. I'm not talking I have hundreds, but I just like to pay with things I can. Because once I look at my bank account and it's going down, I'm like, oh my goodness, how much have I spent? Whereas if I've got the money in my purse, I've already spent it in my eyes, so I don't really see how much I spend. But I guess that's just me.
It's very easy to tap as well, isn't it?
Easy.
Just tap away. Tap. Husband always says, "What have you? What was that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know what it cost. I just tapped."
And online as well, with Apple Pay and just clicking on your mobile when you buy something online. It's just seconds, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it's a dying art, cash. I really do, because even if you think about children, what they're learning at school, they're not really. Here's a £5 note, here's a £10 note, and they're not, are they?
No, no.
I think
my
it will
son
do
hates
it
cash,
eventually.
actually. So his part-time job, he would sometimes get cash for tips, and he would automatically, first thing he would do is come home with it and say, "Mum, can you transfer that? I'll give you that. Can you transfer it to my bank account?" Does not carry cash at all. Just don't carry cash. That's it. And I'm like, but also the funny thing is, and he also, and I'm sure this is not just him, he also doesn't carry his debit card, so he has everything loaded onto his mobile. So he has, his Apple, and I'm like, what if your phone goes wrong? What if it runs out of charge? You've run a lot. Anyway, that's the difference between that generation and me, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you,
I worry
Carla?
a little bit, though, about the older generation. Having kind of supported my nan before she was diagnosed with dementia, but clearly something was wrong. I remember walking into her in the front room really exasperated because she was trying to order some ready meals, those home delivery ready meals with her Nectar card and cash as well. Just watching how unsupported they are with the tech. And tech, I mean, I'm with tech all the time, but tech is so quick. It's like that. It's fast. And that generation that still needs to process things and just have a little bit of support, I really worry. So I know that cash eventually will be phased out, and I know that, you know, life moves on, society moves on, but yeah, I really worry about those vulnerable, that lost generation, or people that just need kind of additional support. So, from a technological point of view, drive it all forward, but just don't forget about that generation that still need our support. So,
I guess there is a link there, but I always think about that generation when I park in a car park. I don't think about them every time. But actually, how do they cope now with things like Ringo or the methods where you have to put your car registration in and then you press the green button to add time and the red button? And I just think, my goodness me, and you know, that must blow their minds.
I get in a flap if I go somewhere new and it's a whole new system with the council. Oh my God, I get in a proper little rage about it. And then you've got people queuing up behind you, like, oh my God, I'm now making them wait, and that's me, and I'm fairly quick-brained. I don't know if that's the right word, but if you, it's not right. The lost generation's not right.
When we got here this morning, and an older person said to me, "Make sure you've paid." And I'd already done it on the Ringo app. I mean, you know,
because they don't forget.
Because they just didn't. And I said, I've already done it. And they just sort of looked at me weirdly. So I do use that, but that's just for quickness and obviously not going over my time.
Yeah, that's handy for that.
So.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I would have put my coins in.
I love that you have cash. I remember going shopping with you. It was Mr. Village. We all went for our first Christmas shop, and he was like, "Because she's got cash. What is this? What is this?" I love it. Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
So, what exciting things have we got coming up, ladies? I've just talked about. I jumped the queue on this one, didn't I? And I talked about Reformer Pilates.
Yes. So we're very excited.
Yeah.
Well, excited and really scared.
We've got that coming up. But what about individually, Carmel? What exciting stuff have you got coming up?
I'm off to the theatre to see Six, which is the musical about Henry VIII's wives, and I'm dragging Abe along. And he said he's thrilled, or he might have said it's a buzzkill. I'm not sure what he said, but yeah, he's coming along for that. So he's going to suck it up, Buttercup, and enjoy that. And I've got a spa afternoon next week with a cream tea and a massage. We were talking about massage at lunchtime, weren't we? But so that's like self-care with calories. That's it.
I read that as I've got a spa, a cream tea at lunchtime.
Well, it kind of is. Oh, I see. So which order they're going to do it in first? Like the spa-y bit, and then the massage, and then the cream tea, or the...
Yeah, you really want a massage when you've had that cream's gone.
Then you're all stodgy. I know.
No, it's not going to work.
Love that. Leslie?
Well, we're celebrating our recovery runners leader, Wayne. He's 50 this week.
Happy birthday, Wayne.
Yay! So we're celebrating his birthday. So we're going to a little get-together for him. And then it's the long bank holiday weekend.
I know, I forgot. Completely forgot.
So did I.
That's good, though. Is it good? Yeah,
it is good. It'll give me an extra day of trying to squeeze everything in that I've got to do. So we're going to try the new pub in Tring. At the Artisan, because Two Tone, a local group that we like to support, are there. So we're going to go down there and have a look. So we're excited for that.
Fabulous.
Brilliant.
Yeah, what are you up to, Sam?
Lots of cat visits because obviously it's the bank hole and then the start of half-term week. So, yeah, pretty much a bevy of cats awaits. I might throw in a little cheeky one tomorrow night with hubby, give him a reward for being a cat butler. And then there is a really nice event, actually, Taste of Tame, which is kind of like an open-air banquet on Saturday, where you can try different foods from local producers and things, and everyone sits outside in a long table. So, that's just in the town centre.
It's exciting.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Good weekend. Let's hope the weather's nice.
What? No.
Is anyone saying you guys are on your weather app all the time? Really?
It's not.
Can you just pretend that it's going to be nice?
Well, I can, but then you'll be disappointed.
Yeah, true. Then I'll say she's a liar.
It's a bad week. No, I don't think it's bad, but it's rain.
Sometimes
There's
they're wrong.
6 days of
Yeah.
rain.
Okay.
6 days.
But the gardeners out there will be going, we need this rain.
Yeah.
You
and
better
the farmers,
be
and the farmers.
him.
Well, that can do it somewhere else, can't it?
Oh, brilliant. Excellent. So that's a wrap. So thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you laughed. I think you definitely laughed in this episode more than any episode so far. Nodded along and maybe felt a little less alone in the chaos. Huge thanks to Sam. It was a brilliant time for her in terms of, gosh, she's busy, and great to hear all those lovely cat stories. And now you know where to find her if your fur baby needs some holiday TLC. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Hustle and Giggle 2025, and listen to all of our episodes on Spotify, Apple, Amazon or YouTube. Thanks as always to Nathan at Bucks Radio. 5 episodes in and he's just about getting used to us. I think
You should see his face.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but if you bump into him in Aylesbury, ask him. And remember to keep up with the hustle and giggles. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
The Hustle and Giggle Podcast.